Welcome to Opinionated Cigars. It's your boy Mutt, and this is where we connect and vibe and put our opinions in the air like smoke as we smoke. Today we're going to be covering a Blackened M81, the Maduro, and a Blackened S84 Shade to Black. So we got two cigars, one video. Let's do it.
Let's talk about it with opinionated cigars. Let the wisdom flow like a river beneath the distant stars. No need for anger, no need for the fight. Just honest conversation, burning ever so bright.
We're going to start off with the Dual State Blackened M81, the Maduro. Nice little simple band up top. Simple band on the bottom, but the bottom band is a little bit nicer. All right. So this original release utilizes an all Maduro profile with a Mexican San Andreas wrapper, a Connecticut River broadleaf binder, and a Nicaraguan Pennsylvania filler. The primary flavors: dark chocolate, espresso, leather, and oat, with subtle notes of nutmeg, cinnamon, toasted brioche, and saffron. Fuck is saffron? Also, the finishing strength: spicy, earthy, and long-lasting finish, medium to full body. So we're gonna cut it up, light it up. We're gonna see what it do. Now, Jewel State has long been one of my favorite companies. Almost everything they put out, with the exception of the infused cigars, because I'm just not really into infused cigars. That's just not my thing. But from the smoke output to the fillers, just the way that they construct their cigars as a whole, usually the burn is consistent. Not a lot of touch-ups necessary when it comes to Jewel State cigars. It's one of my favorite companies. Never really let me down. Like I say, with the exception of the infused cigars, I don't really get into those like that. But teach his own. Some people love them. I got friends that love them. All right. Okay. Trying to decipher exactly what I'm getting here. So straight off, I taste it's like dark chocolate. I taste dark chocolate. I get the leather. People say, what is leather? Leather is exactly what it sounds like. If you smell leather up close, or you have like that new shoe smell, you just picture that. Get that idea, that smell in your head. And when you put on it on a cigar, it blends in, so it's not like as straightforward as sniffing a belt, of course, but it blends in. But if you picking through the flavors like I'm trying to do right now, you can taste it, and you can recognize it. It's not really that difficult. It just sounds weird, I guess, to people that's not used to doing such things. Now, I'll taste the oat. I get a little oat, dark chocolate coming in towards the end. I'm gonna finish. Very smooth cigar, very smooth. On the retro hill, I has like a little peppery, like a little spiciness coming up off the retro hill. No, it kind of hit me in a nasal passage. Not uncomfortably. That's the twist. I like it. Yeah. The beginning of this, I'm enjoying how it's starting off. It tastes good. It tastes good. I like it. So I'm in the first third, just lit it up, of course. We take it down to the second third, and we're gonna see what kind of changes develop, and then we'll go from there. Can't make this video too long because I gotta do two of these.
Few moments
So
later.
going through the first third, I like this. So I have a sweetness on the back of my throat that's right from the roof of my mouth to the back of my throat. I'm not sure if it's the cinnamon or if it's the nutmeg, but I like it. So from what I'm getting from the first third is I pull in slightly peppery, and then it tops off with a sweetness. So that's what I'm getting out of that. It's really enjoyable. I mean, seriously, because it's not a strong pepper, so it's an enjoyable pepper, especially if you like slightly peppery, or even if you like strong ones. But if you like a little peppery stick, or if you like a sweet stick, you're getting both. Like I say, it comes off slightly peppery, and then that sweetness lingers around the roof of my mouth. Like even right now, I haven't took a puff in a minute, and I'm tasting it. It tastes good. It makes me just want to get some more. Let's go to the second, third, and keep this going. I'm enjoying this.
I said, hold up, wait a minute.
Look at this burn. Look at that. Look at that burn. No touch up needed. Damn, Georgia State. Man, I don't know how they do it, man. I love them. Let's continue.
Few moments later.
All right. So through the second, third, I would say it became a little less spicy, but still noticeable. Still notice the spice there. The sweetness still occurring on the back end. Still enjoying that sweetness. Still staying on the roof of my mouth. On back, still enjoying that very much so. Enjoying the little bit of spice I'm getting. Enjoying it. The smoke is smooth. I am sensing that it has shifted from medium going into full body now. The burn is phenomenal. The smoke output is phenomenal. This Blackened M81 Maduro is delivering. It's living up to what it's supposed to. Very good steak. Very good steak. We're gonna finish this up. Go through the third. We're gonna finish it. I'm gonna remove this little bitty band. Itty bitty band. I'm gonna remove this band, and we're gonna get to the end, and we're gonna wrap this thing up.
Later.
Okay, so into the third. It's surprisingly smooth. It's a lot less spicy. Not as spicy as I'm pulling on it. I'm catching more, a little bit. No, I say not more, but a little bit of the leather and oak on the retro hill. The sweetness has kind of faded out. It's not as sweet as it was through the first and the second, but the pepper has died out. Just very smooth at this point. Yeah, a little less sweet. Can't tell you what the saffron is. Saffron. Because I don't even know what saffron tastes like. I'm going to have to find out because I don't know what saffron is. If you know, maybe you can figure it out. You can tell me. But I don't know. But very enjoyable stick. Started off with a little bit of spiciness, a little bit of pepper, with sweetness on the back end. Sweetness stayed going to the second. It was just noticeably spicy. Sweetness was still remaining on the roof of my mouth. I felt the shift from medium to full body, and going to the third, it just became really quite smooth. I was shocked at how smooth it became. On the retro hill, I was still able to catch the leather and the oak. No, slightly, not very strong, but slightly I could still catch it. Sweetness kind of faded out on me. But overall, the Blackened M81 is a good stick. Yes, I would definitely buy this. I would recommend this. Everyone should try this. You should try it. Now, of course, it won't be for everybody, but as always, my opinion, you have your own opinion. That's what it's all about. What you like is what you like. What I like is what I like. And I like this. I like it. So the Drew Estate Blackened M81 Maduro. It's a go for me. Try it out. I'll be back and we're gonna do the Blackened S84 Shade to Black. I'm gonna give myself a moment in between because this did reach full body, and I'm gonna take a little while to let this clear out before I go into another stick. But I am gonna do that stick. I'll be back to you. So we are back with the Drew Estate Blackened S84 Shade to Black. Now, this blend swaps the dark wrapper for an Ecuadorian Connecticut shade wrapper, but it maintains a heavy Maduro binder and filler core. The primary flavors in this stick: sweet cream, butter, cedar, and subtle black pepper. The subtle notes also should be toasted brioche, roasted almonds, and light hints of vanilla. Finishing strength should be exceptionally smooth with a creamy finish, medium body. So I very much enjoyed that Blackened M81. So we're gonna see what this one do. Get this band off of here. Now this will be my first time trying this. And if it's anything like the first one, be in for a treat. Now I'm glad I did this one second because typically a Connecticut wrapper is a little lighter and more manageable than a full body Maduro. So this is a good follow-up stick. I also could have did it first and came back stronger, but hey, it is what it is. Do what I do. All right. All right. Now, I did let a little time pass between sticks because, for one, like I said, I had smoked the M81 that was full body, and I felt it. Plus, of course, I'm drinking my Buffalo Trace bourbon, which I enjoy. Went well with it. I want to cleanse that out. So, let's see. Now, first off, unlike the M81, the pull is very smooth, not too strong, but the retro heel, it has a, a spiciness to the retro heel. Only thing I'm really experiencing right now is the cedar. I'm getting cedar. I'm not catching any other notes. And reading from the flavor profiles, I mean, you hear things like sweet cream, butter, and toasted brioche, roasted almonds, hints of vanilla. I'm really expecting a treat out of this cigar. I really hope it live up because that note profile is just inviting. It just sounds like it's gonna be a treat. Now, as with most cigars, gotta get past that first light up taste, let it start really cooking into the flavors. So, with that being said, we're gonna go through this first third. I will be back on the second. I will tell you how that first was, and I really hope it live up. Let's see what it do. All right, going into the second. What was up with the first? Check this out. I'm a little disappointed in this in the first third. I'm a little disappointed. Um, After the initial light up, which I tasted a little cedar, nothing else. I got past the first burn. After about 3 pulls or whatever, the retro hair was smooth. It was a lot smoother. At first, it was had a little spiciness, but that could have been from the initial burn. So going into it, as I pull on it, I'm not tasting any notes off of it. On the retro hair, I'm tasting the vanilla, which was listed as subtle hints of vanilla, but I could taste the vanilla, the sweet cream, the butter. I'm not getting it. And me, I drink coffee. And in my coffee, I always use the sweet Irish cream. So I was kind of expecting something sweet like that. That was going to be like that. No, it's not. None of that. And it's funny to me that just like the M81, which listed the cinnamon nutmeg as a subtle note, I consistently tasted the cinnamon, especially on the retro hill and on the roof of my mouth. I carried that in the S84, the subtle notes of hints of vanilla. I taste the vanilla. I'm not tasting any of that other stuff, and I'm a little disappointed in it. Overall, it's a light stick. It's smooth. It's very light. I'm not mad at how light it is. Like I say, especially following up a 4 body stick. It's a nice little follow up. Maybe if I was drinking a cup of coffee, this would be cool. You know, I do have my bourbon, but I'm not drinking that with it because the bourbon would be too strong for this and really take away any type of flavors off of this. But just like the M81, the burn is phenomenal. It's a great burn. I mean, Drew Estates, they known for having a great burn. No touch ups needed. Smoke output great. The pull loaded is great. But flavor wise, it's just a smoke. And I'm trying. Believe me when I say I'm trying. I'm trying. Now I could define this creaminess. It's a creaminess, but like I said, I was looking for that sweet cream, similar to what I get in coffee, but it's not that. And it's listed as a sweet cream, but it's not that. I'm not getting it. Now I'm doing the second third now, so we're gonna keep going. And don't take my disappointment as a trash the steak. I'm not saying that. It's just that it's not what I expected. I expected a little more sweetness out of it, I guess. But we're gonna finish up the second third, get to the third, I'll be back. Okay, so the second third. I'm only really tasting the vanilla. Maybe maybe I'm confusing some of the vanilla with some sweet cream might be mixed in with that. Only on the retro hill though. Only on the retro hill. I taste that little bit of vanilla or maybe sweet cream on the retro hill. Rest of the pull, just a smooth stick and like that. On my tongue, if I try hard enough, I'm gonna So when I'm tasting the toasted brioche, I could be reaching as well, but I might be getting the toasted brioche on my tongue a little bit. Now I would say, I really wish I had a cup of coffee. If I had a cup of coffee, this would go great with a cup of coffee. I could see having coffee. I just want to have a cigar, not really a head rush or anything like that. And I would enjoy this steak with a cup of coffee, and or a good follow-up steak. Like most shades that I've had, I keep some of those in my humidor. If I go out smoking, I'm smoking like full body steaks, and say I'm not done smoking, I want to smoke something else, and I've been drinking, I smoke like a shade because it's light, and this pretty much fit that profile. So I'm not mad at the steak for that in that aspect. I take it for that. Um, it's not what I expected from reading the flavor profile, but there's definitely a place for this steak. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish out the third, remove this band, little bitty band, remove this band, finish out the third, and get back to you. All right, so I'm in the third, and I can go ahead and wrap this up because nothing's gonna change. Um, my opinion of the steak, it's a good steak. It's what you would call a coffee steak, dessert steak, whatever you want to call it. Um, very light steak. Would I buy it again? Yeah, yeah, I will buy it again. Uh, you definitely you should keep a shade, some sort of shade in your humidor, because like I say, it's always good for a good follow up steak, or if you just want to have a cigar on a light occasion. You're not really trying to get a head rush. You're not really trying to do the most. You know what I'm saying? You just want to enjoy a nice little cigar. It's also, I would say, if you had a, a friend or somebody that's used to smoking or new to smoking, and they want to try something that wasn't on the sweeter side, because a lot of people like to start off smoking cigars. They start off with infused cigars. I see that a lot, or no, with sweet cigars and all like that. And they want to get into something different, but they don't want to be all rough with the peppery and all that spicy and all that stuff like that. And they're not really looking for all them flavor profiles, and they just want to keep it simple. This will do the trick. This will definitely do the trick. Or even if not this, like a good shade. I like to compare this to a underground shade. I'm gonna see which one of those. I'm gonna smoke another one of those and see which one I like better because I'm accustomed to the underground shades, and I usually enjoy those, and that's usually my go-to follow-up stick. But this is just as good, just as good. So I would definitely buy this again. Um, Especially following behind the M81. Yeah, big difference, big difference. So my opinion, it's a good stick. It's good. It's worth getting. So there you have it. The Blackened, the M81, Maduro, and the S84, shade to black. So thanks for watching the video. And if you enjoyed this video, let me get a like and subscribe. Blow some smoke as we vibe. And yes, those are bars. All right, so for my opinion of yours, till next time, go Pasita.